Welcome back, everybody, to the Westlake Hornets Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. Today, the Hornets will return home as they are set to take on the Colorado Buffaloes in a Pac-12 North Division clash. With Washington being 5-2 in conference and Westlake being 6-0, the Hornets have officially clinched a spot in the Pac-12 championship. Westlake does have two more conference games left, but since they already beat Washington, they do have the head-to-head tiebreaker, so Westlake will be back in the conference championship. It's been a very weird year for Colorado. They are currently 6-4 and unranked, but at one point, Colorado looked like a legit threat for the national championship. They beat UCLA, who is currently ranked number 2, and at one point, Colorado was ranked as high as number 3. But then their star quarterback got injured, and then things derailed pretty quickly. The Buffaloes have lost 3 of their last 4, and they have been outscored by 70 in their past 2 games. Let's get this one underway. Welcome, everybody, to the Hornets' Nest. 6-4 Colorado, 10-0, number 1 ranked Westlake. Let's get this one underway. The Hornets won last week, by the way, 69-9. Nice if you missed it. Their biggest margin of victory of the season, beating Air Force by 60, including a crazy fourth quarter. Isaiah Sparks ran for 4 touchdowns in that final quarter, 7 on the day, which is a school record, by the way. Hornets start out on offense, but not a great start. Matt Miller loses 2. Brent Ford, the left end, brings him down. He made a nice play off of the right tackle, John Thompson. Thompson almost committed to Colorado a few years back, for what it's worth. 3rd and 4, Cortez trying to lob it up for Cassius Troy, but it's deflected away by Joey Knox. Nothing has changed with the QB battle, by the way. I didn't really mention that, but AC3 is still going to play the whole game today, unless it's a blowout or he's absolutely terrible. 3rd and inches, Campbell gets 7, not enough for a first down. So Colorado's going for the field goal. A little bit surprised by this call. I guess they want to have a lead, but it's 4th and inches. You don't really have a lot to lose today. Okay, that kicker has an absolute boot. Nailed it. He could have made that kick 20 yards back, as it's now 3-0 Buffaloes on top. Oregon, by the way, defeats Washington 35-31. It looks like the Ducks were without their starting quarterback, Lou Wen, and still got the victory with their backup. See, Colorado, you got to play good even if your quarterback's out. Number 5, Miami, struggling against Georgia Tech, for what it's worth. BYU beats Utah, and Leo Uwangale and Boise State handle business as well. So it's now 3-0. Another 3rd down for Westlake. Not a great start for the offense. Anthony Cortez III going to scramble to the right side, going to try to run for the first down. He is successful. AC3 still alive. He gets 10. Westlake's offense was obviously very good in the fourth quarter last week. I think that kind of goes without saying. And all in all, this whole season, Westlake's offense has been really solid, regardless of who's in at quarterback. 1st and 10, here's Kadarius Franklin with a nice play up the middle. And now Westlake is starting to figure it out for offense. Did not look good early, but they're starting to do some things. Here's Isaiah Sparks, first carry of the day. I'm surprised he didn't get the ball yet. Sparks with a nice cut. There he goes, down the field, and he will break his way into the end zone for a 47-yard touchdown. Isaiah Sparks had a career day last week, obviously running for 7 touchdowns, and today his first carry is a pretty big one. Sparks with his 30th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Heisman favorite still just cannot get away from the end zone pretty much, as it's now 7-3. Colorado back on offense. This is their backup, Aaron Witherspoon, as on 3rd and 7 he gets it to Carey, who only gets around 3. He looked good diving for the catch, but not much more. Witherspoon has completed 3 passes. He only has 13 yards, though. I mean, Colorado's offense is far worse with their backup in, which kind of goes without saying, but, I mean, they've just not been good these past month or so. Sparks off a reception with a back juke, gaining 23 yards. Isaiah Sparks showing that he can make plays in the receiving game, too. Sparks will obviously be in the NFL next year. He's too talented not to be. But he's not an elite receiver, and that could scare some teams. With the modern NFL, you need to be able to catch the football out of the backfield. Look at Mo Rogers down the field. He gets 27 yards. Maurice Rogers, by the way, has still not scored this year. That is kind of wild to me, I guess, considering a lot of Westlake's touchdowns have been on the ground, specifically with Sparks. 3rd and 1. Sparks gets the toss. He actually loses 3. Colorado's defense with a goal line stance. It's Knox who brings them down. So now it's 4th and 4. Westlake's probably going to have to just kick the field goal here with Zebediah Phoenix II. The kick is good, and it is now 10-3. Zebediah Phoenix really struggled early in this season. He only made 6 of his first 12 field goals, but he has now made 7 in a row since then. And it is 10-3. Hornets on top through 1. Westlake looking good early on both sides of the ball, as what you would expect. Curious to see if Colorado plays with some more sense of urgency here as we enter the second quarter. An early third down for the Buffaloes. It's 3rd and 3 here for Colorado. Witherspoon under center. He will look to throw it. He has time, and it's incomplete. Another stop for Westlake. I mean, Colorado is just not in a groove yet on offense. Had they had their starting quarterback, then maybe things would be different. But the Hornets look to be dominant on both sides of the ball. First down, Irving Porter with the toss. Porter with a nice move. He cuts inside and is brought down at the 20, but not before gaining 24. And Westlake is just running the ball down Colorado's throats right now. AC3 has barely had to throw the ball today because Westlake is running it so well. And when AC3 does drop back to throw it, he gets sacked for a loss of 8 by Anthony Allen. 3rd and 9 now for Westlake. Cortez going to look to throw it again. Scrambling to the left side. Going to try to run for the first down. He slides after only getting 5. I'm surprised he didn't try to dive for that first down. And Westlake is going to go for another chip shot field goal again. Another easy make for Zebediah Phoenix II. Make that 8 in a row. As you can see, Georgia Tech has officially defeated Miami. This is big for Westlake because the Hurricanes were a legit national championship contender. But now that they have 3 losses, I don't think there's any possible way they could make it. So Westlake will not be playing Miami in the national championship if Westlake were to make it that far, which if Westlake keeps playing the way they've been all year, that's probably going to happen. Keith Muhammad gets one, but he fumbles it. Elshaner to Budga, who forced it out. Colorado's offensive lineman was lucky to be at the right place at the right time. 3rd and 3 now, about halfway through the second quarter. Colorado has not been very good on 3rd down. I don't even know if they've gotten a first down all day. Their offense has just not been able to move it. Carey gets for reception. It looks like he was actually past the first down marker, but he ran backwards towards the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Colorado has 0 first downs right now. I literally moved the difficulty on defense up to Heisman like 3 weeks ago. Not a lot has changed. First down, Cortez on the move, connects with Tegan Moon, gets a block from Troy, and he's off to the races. A 54-yard score. Anthony Cortez with a dime on the run, connecting with a wide-open Tegan Moon. Moon is Westlake's leading receiver this year, but the Hornets haven't really had an alpha guy step up on the receiving core, I would say. Colorado still does not have any first downs, and it looks like they'll finally get it, but the ball is out. The one time Colorado gets the first down, they fumble the ball. That is depressing, and Westlake picks it up. It's Justin Graves who recovered it. Who forced it? Was it Brandon Ralph? It actually looks like it was Lou Burt's Roy who punched it out. Roy and Ralph were both in the middle of the contact when the ball came out. So Westlake's defense forces a turnover, and Colorado's offense cannot catch a break. Here's Cassius Troy off the screen, bounces off a blocker, gets it inside the 10. And Westlake is just dominating Colorado now. I mean, this is a bloodbath. I thought it would have been a little bit more competitive than this, but Colorado is just really not showing any fight on either side of a ball. Here is Sparks, gets a nice block from Noah Cox, jukes his way into the end zone for a 17-yard touchdown. That is rushing score number 31 for Isaiah Sparks. And that doesn't even count his receiving touchdowns. He's like probably 34 or 35 all-purpose touchdowns, and we still have 3.5 games to go. Now that we know Westlake is in the conference championship, there's still next week against BYU, the conference championship, and the bowl game. So Sparks should be easily able to break that Barry Sanders record. First down, Witherspoon is sacked for a loss of 6 by Big Tuna, Richard Rivers Jr. Big Tuna, the number 1 projected pick in the draft, leads college football with 13 sacks this year as Paul Riley gets 11, not able to get the first down. Riley's actually shown a little bit of flashes today, but Colorado's really just not trying to run the ball. And again, another 3 and out for the Buffs. Westlake has it back, 2nd and 10. AC3 is sacked for a loss of 7. by Daniel Hall. The only positive going for Colorado today has been their pass rush. They have sent quite a bit of pressure towards AC3, but other than that, it's been a disaster. 3rd and 17, Tegan Moon with the reception. They're going to give him the first down. Interesting. Moon with 85 receiving yards in the first half today. Following play, under 40 seconds to go in the half. Anthony Cortez going to run with it. Cortez has a few blocks, makes a move! Anthony Cortez III still alive. He gains 43 yards and is brought down inside the 15. What a run by Anthony Cortez III. Clock is ticking. Westlake still has 2 timeouts here in the half. They're going to try to extend their lead even more. Cortez, again, scrambling. He's going to try to run with it. He has room and is into the end zone for a Westlake touchdown, and it is 34-3. We might see the backups very early into the second half. A dominant showing for Westlake. The Hornets have just been the most dominant team in college football this year. This team looks like, based on how they've played the past few weeks, that they can win a national championship. If they keep up at this level, there's nobody in college football who is stopping them, even with all of the underclassmen starting on both sides of the ball. Westlake lost a majority of their starters from last year's team, and they're even better than they were last year, which is pretty hard to believe. The Buffaloes do start on offense today. Maybe they can get something going on this drive. I don't know. Toss for Riley, and he will get the first down. They've done it. Colorado has gained a first down without fumbling the ball. I don't believe it. They've done it. 2nd and 10 now for Colorado. Witherspoon under pressure, and he's going to run for a first down. Okay. Aaron Witherspoon gains 11, brought down by the true freshman, Lubert's Roy. Colorado's offense is finally showing some fight here early in the third quarter. 3rd and 1 now for the Buffs. Witherspoon going to look to throw it. Scrambling with it. Can they get another play? They don't. Donald Britton, the fullback, only gets a yard wrapped up by Winston Johnson. 4th and inches. Unsurprisingly, Colorado will go for it. They have pretty much no reason not to. Handoff for Riley, and he will get the first down, stumbling forward. Had Lubert's Roy missed the tackle there, that would have been a really big play. Colorado would slowly move down the field. They now have it at a 1. They might actually score a touchdown here. Look at this, 3rd and goal. It's going to be Stevenson who gets it in. The big man, Bubba Stevenson, with the touchdown. And the Colorado Buffaloes are on the board with a touchdown finally. It is now 34-10. Westlake starters are still on the field. They probably won't remain on the field for a whole lot longer. Here's Irving Porter with a nice play. Nice shoestring tackle by the big D lineman, number 90. That's going to be rolled as a pass, believe it or not, from Anthony Cortez. So that's a first down reception for Irving Porter. 3rd and 5 for Westlake. Isaiah Sparks with the carry. He does not get it. Tumbles down, only getting a yard. So Westlake would decide to punt it, obviously. And Colorado has it back. Now Colorado is starting to figure things out on both sides of the ball. The only problem is they're down by 24 points with like 7 minutes to go. Witherspoon to Smith. Can he get the first down? He does not. Instead, he fumbles it. Stripped away by Justin Graves. It's picked up by Florentino Phoenix, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 34-10. Westlake's defense with another turnover, and they will start on offense here in the fourth quarter. Some of the backups have now entered. C.C. Vaughn in the game at quarterback. 3rd and 6. Vaughn going to scramble with it. Still going to run with it, and he will not be able to get the first down. He only gets 5 yards, so Westlake will likely send the field goal unit out. Can Zebediah Phoenix get the hat trick? This one from around 38 yards out. The kick is up, and it is good. That one nearly wide left, but it does fall, and the Hornets now lead this game 37-10. Not a lot of backups in the game on defense because, well, Westlake does not have a lot of defensive depth considering they had so many players leave last year. Witherspoon on 3rd and 3 is dragged down to the ground by Richard Rivers Jr. Big Tuna, his 14th sack of the season, and Westlake's defense gets another stop. They have it back on offense. Isaiah Sparks still getting some snaps. Why? Because he's trying to win a goddamn Heisman Trophy. Sparks with a spin move. He gets 11. Very nice play for Isaiah Sparks, who is now over 100 yards on the day. 3rd and 5. for the Hornets. It'll be good to see CeCe Vaughn make some throws. It officially looks like that CeCe Vaughn's not going to be the starter next year, but hey, maybe he can sling the rock a little bit as he is intercepted by Knox. Yeah, that's why Anthony Cortez is the man. Cortez only has one interception all year. CeCe Vaughn has thrown one interception in the past 10 seconds. CeCe Vaughn's not a bad player. I imagine he's going to transfer, probably start somewhere else. He's a really talented kid, but Anthony Cortez, I think, has just fit the system better. Another interception. This time it's Joe Lilly, his 9th of the year. That ties a school record. What a season it has been for Joe Lilly. Lilly had 3 interceptions last week in the 4th quarter. He did it all within the span of around 2.5 minutes. That tied a school record for interceptions in a game, and Lilly is now tied the school record for interceptions in a season with 3 games to go. Joe Lilly has just been extraordinary this season, and by the way, he still has an additional 2 years of eligibility left. Hornets just trying to run the clock out with around 2 minutes to go. Isaiah Sparks gets 10 on the play, and the Hornets are moving it down the field pretty nicely. So the Hornets would be unable to get another first down. Now 4th and 4. Westlake just trying to add some last-second points. Can Zebediah Phoenix go 4 for 4 on the day? He barely does. That kick was awfully close. And that'll do it for the game. 40-10, Westlake wins. Westlake did not dominate in the 4th quarter like they did last week, but they still won by 30. A dominant performance by Westlake. Colorado just not look good. On the bright side for Colorado, they did actually outscore Westlake in the second half. They outscored the Hornets 7-6. Zebediah Phoenix kicked 4 field goals, drilling all 4 of them. Isaiah Sparks with another very good game. The defense was great. 2 more sacks for Big Tuna. Another interception for Joe Lilly. And Westlake is down to their final regular season game of the season. Next week against rival BYU. The Cougars are only 6-5, but they're currently ranked number, I think, 13 in the nation. It is senior day as well next week for the Hornets. And then after that, we enter the postseason, the conference championship, probably against number 2 UCLA. And then bowl week. Will Westlake be playing in the national championship? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. I am out. Peace.